Hi everyone, my name is Mary and welcome back to Quinn Ink. Today we are doing the Batman blanket 4.3 wing section, and this is what it looks like, and this is what we will be crocheting today. So make sure that you have a couple of balls of black yarn like I have here. You also want a couple of balls of yellow yarn, and on top of that, as you notice, we have a brand new color we're going to be using. As I said before, I went to the store and I was unable to find the original blue color, so I went to the store and got Red Heart Super Saver, 7 ounces, 198 grams, 364 yards, and this is going to be in the color called Turca or turquoise. Okay, you can also do Red Heart Super Saver light blue if you would so want to. Any color would work for the blue. You can also do a dark blue if you want to change it to a dark blue. I figured this one would be very vibrant and beautiful. So this is Batman blanket 4.3 wing section. Excuse me. And on top of that, we are almost done with this wing section. We have one more, which is going to be 4.4, and then we will be able to put it all together, and you will have the left and the right section of the wing sections put together, and then we'll just be working on the middle. Alrighty, so without further ado, let's get started with this Batman blanket. Don't forget to pick up your 5.5 millimeter hook. In this video, you will also need your yarn needle so you can sew in all your strings as we are going through the video. And of course, don't forget your scissors. Alrighty, so let's get started. Alrighty, so in order to start Batman blanket 4.3, make sure to have a slip knot on your black yarn. And we are going to start with a foundation double crochet. I sometimes will say single. So put your loop on your hook, yarn over and pull through for chain 1, yarn over and pull through for a chain 2, yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through for a chain, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through. And we are going to make a foundation double crochet of 20. So you're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through to make that chain, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. I will be back when I've made 20 of these. Alrighty, so I'm back and I did 19. I have one more to do. So yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through for chain 1, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, chain 1 and flip your work up. Now you're going to be double crocheting, yarn over, go into that stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. You will double crochet to the end, chain 1 and turn your work. We're going to put that down for just one moment. We're going to pick this up. So you're going to double crochet for 5 rows, all in black yarn, and then I will come back on row number 6, which is right here, depending on which way we end, and then we're going to pick it up with the yellow yarn, and I will show you how to do the transition for that one. Alrighty, so I will see you back on row number 6. I'll either be right here or I will be starting row number 6. Actually, we'll start row number 6 and then I'll count all of the the stitches we need to do, and then I'll let you know. Okay, so I'll be back shortly. Alrighty, I am back, and I made 5 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This last stitch will finish off row number 5, and we will be working on row number 6. Okay, so chain 1, turn your work, and double crochet. Now, I said that I would count every stitch for you and tell you how many stitches to count. What we're actually going to do, since I started looking at the graph, which would be really easy, is double crochet until you have 4 stitches before the end of row 6. Okay, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this stitch right here, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this stitch right here is where you're going to put a stitch marker, and that is where you're going to double crochet to, and I will meet you right there. Then we'll do the transition in the next stitch for the yellow. So I will be back shortly. Make sure to have your yellow yarn ready with its slip knot so we can start doing the transition. Okay, I will be back shortly. Alrighty, so I am back, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches before the end. So I'm just going to double crochet into this stitch. We're going to do the transition into the next stitch, so we have 3 stitches before the end. So we're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab our working yarn and pull up a loop, grab our working yarn and pull through 2. Drop your black yarn, pick up your yellow, and finish off that double crochet with the yellow. Grab the yarn tail, the working black yarn, make a double knot like you would normally do. Whoop, and there we go. Drop the black one, pick up your yellow one, and now you're going to double crochet to the end. And if you already probably saw in the very beginning of the video, we are changing our blue color to a completely different blue. Hopefully you saw that beginning. We are changing our blue to the Red Heart Super Saver, and it is called Turka. Okay, I should have went light blue, but I didn't. I actually went a little bit brighter blue. So within your Batman sections, if you decided to change to that blue, that's fine. The original blue I used in this one was also Red Heart Super Saver, and it was called Daft Blue, D-E-F-T Blue. And I couldn't find it. I'm sorry, a lot of the stores were out, and I was having a problem getting it on Amazon as well. So we decided I decided to change it to Turka, or turquoise. So now that you're on, you just finished row 6 with the transition. We're going to chain 1, turn our work, double crochet in yellow twice, 1 and 2, and in the third yellow stitch we're going to do the transition back to blue. So yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn, pull up a loop till you have 3 loops on your hook, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop your yellow yarn, pick up your black yarn, yarn over and pull through 2, pull on that yellow, yarn over, pick up the fake stitch, pick up the original, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. We're going to put that down for one moment and pick this up. So we only have to do it one more time. As you can see, we already did row 5, 6, and this is where we're at now, is row 7. So we're going to double crochet in black all the way, chain 1, double crochet in black, and come back and do that third one. And then I'll come back on camera and do that transition with you. And then we'll do row 9 with the yellow, bringing the black yarn across to this transition. And then we'll double crochet for row 10. So I will be back once I have double crocheted across, chained 1, double crocheted across. I will be back for that third transition for you. Alrighty, so I am back. We are on row number 8. We're going to do the transition, so yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop your black yarn. We're going to pick it back up for row number 9. Pick up your yellow yarn, yarn over, finish off that double crochet, pull on your black yarn, yarn over, pick up the fake, pick up the stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, double crochet until you get to the end, and that finishes off row number 8. Now you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and we are going to, let's put this down for 1 second and pick this up. So we know we have to double crochet 3 in yellow for row number 9 right here. Now we have to double crochet 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're actually going to double crochet 10. So we'll put that down for a moment. And so we're going to double crochet the first 3.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Sorry, my yarn is pulling and it's a little tangled as well. Okay, so we're going to double crochet until we get to this section. Pick up your black yarn, hold it with your thumb and place it over the top of your stitches. Yarn over, go into that stitch, grab your working yarn and pull a loop. Make sure your yarn is between the yellow stitches. Yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. So we have 3, 4,
and this one is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So we're at number 10 right here, and this is where we're going to do our transition. So you're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop your yellow, pick up your black yarn that you brought with you through your stitches right here. I kind of like to pull on it a little bit, yarn over and finish off that double crochet. By pulling on it, it makes this stitch look more invisible instead of visible. So it looks like it's actually part of the work. Now double crochet into every stitch to the end, turn your work, and we're going to put that down for a minute. So we're right here, so we're going to double crochet, chain 1, we're going to be on row 10. I will meet you back at this transition. I will be back shortly. Alrighty, so I am back. We are on row number 10 now, right at that transition. So we're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab our working yarn and pull up a loop, grab our working yarn and pull through 2. Drop that black yarn, pick up your yellow yarn, yarn over, and finish off that double crochet. Excuse me, don't forget to pull on that black yarn, yarn over, pick up your fixed stitch, pick up your regular stitch, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Double crochet until you get to the end, chain 1, double crochet back for row number 11. So for row number 10, now that I'm seeing this, we are actually going to, looks like, do another transition of black yarn. So make sure you have another little ball of black yarn ready for this transition. So I will meet you, excuse me, at the end of row number 10. So go ahead and double crochet in yellow 1 stitch before the end, and we'll do that transition for row number 11. Hopefully I said row 10. Sorry. Okay, we'll be back shortly. Alrighty, so I made it across row 10, and we are now at the end. We're going to yarn over, go into the last stitch, grab our working yarn and pull up a loop, grab our working yarn and pull through 2, pick up that slip stitch that you made for the second ball of black yarn, put it onto your hook, pull through both stitches, pull on that yellow, pick up the black yarn tail and the yellow working yarn, make a double knot, one and two. There we go. Now we are done with row 10 and we are working on row number 11. So on row number 11 we're going to yarn over, actually excuse me, we're going to chain 1 and then turn our work. We're going to yarn over, go back into that stitch. Actually, I'm sorry, you're going to pick up your yellow yarn. We are going to carry this yellow yarn over real quick. So yarn over, pick up your yellow yarn, go underneath it, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. You're going to drop that black yarn now and pick up your yellow one. We have to do a transition, yarn over through both of those black stitches, pull on your black stitch so you can secure that a little bit, yarn over and go into your stitch for a double crochet. So there is your transition right here. And as we put this down, this is where we are right here for number 11. Then we're going to double crochet in yellow and do a second transition. I will meet you back for that second transition. Alrighty, so I'm back and we're going to do that transition now from yellow to black yarn. So yarn over, go into your stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop that yellow, pick up your black yarn, yarn over and pull through both stitches to finish off the double crochet, pull on that yellow, bring it towards you, yarn over, pick up the stitch, pick up the original stitch, pick up the yellow, hold on to all 4, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. You're going to double crochet until you have 3 stitches, 4 stitches before the end. We need to carry this yellow with us for row number 12. If we put this down for just one moment, when we take a look, this is row 11. We just did that transition. As you can see for row 11, there's yellow right here. So as we go along from there's 10, here's 11. This is row number 12. And on row 12, you'll only double crochet 3 black stitches, do a transition, and then all the rest of it will be yellow until we do that transition to the black, and then we're going to transition to the blue. So make sure you have your blue yarn also ready for row number 13. Yes, row number 13. I will meet you back at the end of row 11. Alright, so I'm back and I'm still on row number 10. I did forget to tell you that 3 stitches before the end, so in the 4th stitch right here, if you carried that yellow yarn with you, this is where you're going to drop it. So you're going to do your double crochet, drop your yellow yarn, make sure you actually dropped it, so hold it with your fingers so you can push it off to the side, and then double crochet into the last 3 stitches, so that way the yellow, when you turn it around, will be right where you need it for the next row. Alright, so you're going to double crochet to the end. One second. Okay, there we go. The yarn was getting too tight. Okay, so there we go. That is row number 10. This is where we are at. We are now working on row number 11. So we're going to chain 1. We are working on row 12, not row 11. We were working on row 11. Chain 1, turn your work for row number 12. We are only going to double crochet into 3 stitches. So 1,
2, give me a second, my yarn is getting pretty tight.
and then we're going to do that transition right here where we're going to transition to yellow. So yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop your black yarn here, pick up that yellow yarn that you took with you as you were crocheting, yarn over and pull through both of those stitches, pull on the black yarn to secure it, yarn over, pick up the yellow fake stitch is what I like to call it, and pick up the original stitch, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Double crochet, you will not have to worry about this. The transition is done. Just double crochet in yellow all the way 1 stitch before the transition, and I will meet you right here. Alrighty, so I am back right at the transition. I said I'd meet you right here. So we're going to do our transition. So you're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Drop that yellow yarn, pick up your black yarn, yarn over and finish off that stitch, grab the yellow and pull on it, yarn over, pick up the fake, pick up the stitch, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through. Now we're going to do another transition because now we're going to blue. Make sure to have your blue ready with a slip knot. Okay. Put that on to your hook and finish off that double crochet. Pull on that. Don't forget to grab your yarn tail and your working yarn and make a double knot. I'm finding the double knots are working better than the single knots. We are now working on row number 13, so chain 1, turn your work. You're now working on row number 13. You are now going to pick up that black yarn and take it with you as we do another transition. So yarn over, go into that stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop. Make sure you have your black yarn on top of your stitches. Grab your working yarn and pull through. Drop your blue yarn. Excuse me, my watch is grabbing onto everything. Grab your black yarn, yarn over and finish off that double crochet. Pull on it. We are going to drop this for just 1 second. I need to find out how many we need to double crochet. So we are on 13, which is right here where that blue is. We just did that transition. Now we need to double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 and carry that yellow yarn with us. Okay, so now you're going to pick up your yellow yarn and you're going to hold it with your thumb and place it on top of your stitches. That way you have this space open where my finger is, so when you yarn over you can put your hook in there catching this yellow working yarn. Grab your working yarn and pull through. Grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Grab your working yarn and pull through 2. I am going to double crochet the 6 stitches. Actually, it's going to be 5 stitches.
So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Actually, it's going to be 6 stitches. There we go. 6 stitches. Let's make sure. I absolutely lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 stitches, and then we'll do the transition. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7. Here we go. Yarn over, go into that stitch. Make sure your yellow working yarn is still on top of your stitches. Grab your working yarn and pull up a loop. Grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Drop your black yarn, pick up your yellow yarn, pull on it a little bit, not too much. You only want to pull on it to where it looks more invisible. Yarn over with the yellow and pull through both of the black stitches. Pull on the black yarn. Double crochet in yellow all the way back to here. I will be back 1 stitch before the transition to show you the transition. Alrighty, I'm back. We have 1 more double crochet to do, which I'm going to do real quick. I'm gonna move my camera up a little bit. We're going to double crochet into this stitch to do the transition. So yarn over, go into your stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop your yellow yarn, pick up your black one, yarn over and finish off that double crochet, pull on it to secure it, yarn over, pick up the fake, pick up the original, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Double crochet in black to the end. And that should do it for row number 13. Chain 1, turn your work. We are now working on row number 14. And after this transition right here, we will cut this black yarn off and be done with it. Thank goodness. Yay. So double crochet into the very first stitch, double crochet into the next one. Give me 1 second, it's starting to tighten. I don't have enough yarn. Now we're going to do our, we're going to do our transition. I have to move it out of the way so you can see it. Yarn over, go into your stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. It's tightening. It's being very tight right now. I'm glad I'm cutting it off. Grab your yellow yarn, yarn over. Actually, give me 1 second. I have an idea. Let us cut off the black yarn before we finish off this double crochet. So grab your scissors, I have new ones, and cut off that black yarn. And let's tie this black yarn onto the yellow working yarn. Okay, so just like this, we're going to tie it. And I'm going to make one more, so make it a double knot. And I made it a little bit loose and a little bit tight. Now you can drop this and you can pick up your yellow. Yarn over and finish off the double crochet. Yarn over, you do still have that fake little stitch right here. You still do have that fake little stitch that you can pick up if you so choose. And go into the original, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through, and grab your working yarn and pull through. The yellow one is tightening too. Now for row number 14, we are going to double crochet to this transition right here. So you'll just double crochet. I'll meet you 1 stitch before the transition. Alrighty, so I double crocheted across and I made it 1 stitch for the transition. We're going to put this down for 1 moment. Pull out your hook. You're going to get a yarn needle with a large eye hook. And that black yarn that you just cut off, we are going to sew that right into our work and get it out of the way real quick. This way I do not have to sew it in later. I normally turn my work to the side and I go in between the stitches like this. Let me move my light. There we go. I go in between the stitches like this. Okay. And then where this 2 stitches are right here, I actually just go through one of those and then go through the other 2 stitches. Just like this. And I try not to pull on it too tight. Then I hold it, pull off my needle, grab my scissors, cut as close to the yarn as I can, and just clip. And pull that yarn out of the way. Now we can do the transition. So that is how I sew in a lot of my yarn tails into my work. You always want to sew the same color into the same color. So as we did, sew the black yarn tail into the black yarn. That way it is unnoticeable. Okay, so transition. Yarn over, go into your stitch. Grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop that yellow and pick up that black yarn, yarn over and pull through both loops, grab your yellow working yarn and pull on it to secure it, yarn over, pick up the fake, pick up the original, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Double crochet until you get to the end of the row. We are almost at the end. We're going to do the transition to the blue yarn. Yarn over, go into your stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop your black yarn, pick up your blue yarn now. I am very sorry it got caught. There we go. Grab your blue yarn and pull through 2. Pull on the black yarn to secure it. Yarn over, pick up the blue, go into the stitch. Grab your working yarn and pull through. Grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Grab your working yarn and pull through 2. That is row number 14. Now we're going to be working on row number 15. Chain 1, turn your work, double crochet into your very first stitch, grab your black yarn right here and put it on top of the stitches. We are going to carry this black yarn across these stitches, and when we get to the yellow right here, this is where we are going to do a transition. I believe we are actually done with the yellow yarn, so when I get to that point, I will cut the yellow yarn off. One stitch before the transition, and there we go. This is what the blue yarn will look like. It will be very vibrant instead of a little bit lighter. I guess I went for more vibrant than light. Okay. So now we're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab our working yarn and pull up a loop. Make sure you still have that yarn the black yarn in between the blue stitches. Yarn over and go through the 2. Drop your blue yarn, pick up your black yarn, yarn over and finish off that stitch. Let us stop for one moment and make sure that we actually are done with the yellow. According to this, on row number 15, we are almost done with it. We just need to finish row 15, and row 16 is where we can cut off once we do the transition right here. Good thing I didn't cut it off. You're going to leave your blue yarn right here. We're going to yarn over, pick up that yellow stitch, yarn over, pick up that yellow stitch and put it on top of the stitches. Just like this, okay? So that way we can carry this yellow yarn with us. Then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. We are going to double crochet. Let's put this down for a moment. Looks like 7 again. So 7 stitches, and then we will do the transition of yellow. Okay, so that's 2,
3, 4, 5, 6,
and this will be number 7. Yarn over, go into this stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop that black yarn, pick up your yellow, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, pull on the black one to secure it, double crochet in yellow to the end of the row. Okay, we are now at the end of row number 15. Okay. Now what we're going to do is We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Double crochet in yellow until we get to the transition. Alrighty, and now we are right here at the transition. We're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab our working yarn, pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Put down your crochet hook, pull a little bit of yarn out, and this is where we are going to cut it. We are on row 16. Take the black yarn that you have, right here, tie it to the yellow yarn that you just cut off. Don't tie it too tightly, just enough to where it's a little bit loose and not too tight. Right in between. Make sure this one isn't pulling this loop right here. So as you can see, it goes through. If it's too tight and you can't pull on it, you tied it too tight. Just to let you know. Okay. Pick up your black yarn and pull through both of the stitches to finish off the double crochet. Yarn over, pick up your fake stitch and your original stitch, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through. At this point, you will now want to sew in your yellow stitch, get it out of the way so you do not have to worry about it. Double crochet until you get to here, and I will meet you right back. Alrighty, so I am back, and we are now going to do the transition. So you're going to yarn over, go into your stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, drop your black yarn, pick up your blue one, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab that black yarn and pull down to secure it, yarn over to pick up the blue, fake stitch, the original stitch, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. Alrighty, now you are going to double crochet to the end of row number 16, then chain 1 and double crochet right back here, so that way we can pick up this black yarn and take it with us to the next section. And I will meet you right back here on row number 17. Alrighty, so I'm back. We are now on row number 17. I'm going to double crochet into this stitch right here. We're going to pick up that black yarn, like I said. Hold it with your thumb and put it on top of your stitches. It is going to come with us until we get to this stitch right here. Going to yarn over, pick up the original stitch and the black working yarn, yarn over and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through. Always make sure that you have that black working yarn in between your blue stitches. We're going to double crochet in blue until we get to right here and do the transition from blue to black yarn. Alrighty, so here we are. We're going to, we're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, grab our working yarn and pull up a loop, grab our working yarn and pull through 2, drop that, pick up the black stitch or the black yarn, yarn over to finish off the double crochet, pull on the blue yarn to secure it, yarn over and double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet until you get to the end of the row. We're now at the end of the row. Okay, so that was row number 17. Now we have row 18. So you're going to chain 1, turn your work, double crochet into the first stitch, double crochet into the next, okay, one more stitch that you will double crochet into. Now you'll do the transition from the black yarn to the blue yarn, yarn over, go into the stitch, grab your working yarn and pull up a loop, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your scissors, pull out just a little bit of black yarn and cut. Now you're going to tie the black yarn to the blue yarn, just like this. Okay, not too tight. And there we go. Sew this string in when you have a chance. Yarn over and pull through to finish off that double crochet. Now you will be you can pick up that stitch, that fake stitch right here, go into the original, grab your working yarn and pull through, grab your working yarn and pull through 2, grab your working yarn and pull through 2. You're going to double crochet in blue to the end, chain 1 and double crochet back. I will meet you back on row number 20. This is actually row number 18 is what we're on right now. Row 18 will finish off you double crocheting in blue and me, chaining 1, double crocheting in blue all the way back to this row, and row 20 will be chain 1, double crochet in blue to finish off. I will be back on row number 20, last stitch before the very end, and then we'll finish off the video. I should be back shortly. Alrighty, so I am back and I have 1 stitch before the very end. So let's finish off this stitch real quick. And before we tie off, let's count our rows to make sure we have 20 rows for 4.3. So we're going to start down here at the bottom. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So that's 20 rows. Let us cut our yarn. Alrighty, now yarn over and pull through and pull through. This is what the Batman blanket 4.3 looks like. We are almost done. This is the wing section. I want to thank everyone for joining me today and crocheting this wonderful section of the Batman blanket. I hope you enjoyed this video, and everyone, don't forget to keep crocheting, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.